to this practice that I've designed for you to practice before a night shift. I'm a night duty nurse myself, so this practice holds a little bit of a special place in my heart. There's something that I'd like you to really try and focus on throughout this practice, and that is bringing in the qualities of steadiness or stability to your practice, and in yoga this is known as sthira, as well as ease or comfort, and that is known as sukham. So when we practice yoga, we would like to have a balance of stability and ease throughout the practice, and hopefully that will translate into stability and ease throughout the rest of your day or night. So you'll hear me say a little bit about that throughout the practice. If you haven't already, please watch my video Introduction to Yoga for Nurses and Healthcare Workers. It provides some more specific direction into the asana or postures, as well as the pranayama, conscious breathing techniques, as well as ways to help keep the practice safe for you. In the future, skip through this part of the introduction on the night duty video as well. I know you need to save as much time as you can. So stability and ease, we're aiming for a balance of these two things throughout the practice as you practice the postures. And a great way to check in with yourself as far as that goes is by observing your breath. Is your breath smooth and even? If it becomes, jagged, fast, and just a little bit difficult, it usually means that you're not in that zone of stability and ease, and you may need to pull out of the posture a little bit, bend your knees a little bit more, move your weight around, that sort of thing. Okay, so let's begin the night duty practice. We're going to begin the night duty practice on our knees, so please come to a kneeling position at the back of your mat. If your knees aren't great, place a blanket under your knees if that feels good. Other people prefer to start upright like this. Okay, so just wherever you're most comfortable, make yourself comfortable here. Shoulders are relaxed, chin slightly tucked, placing your hands over your heart space. Just take a moment here to bring yourself into this present moment. You might like to close your eyes down, moving our mind away from what's come before or earlier on in the day, and away from the future, moving your mind into this present moment and the space you've created for yourself on your mat. Beginning to move your mind into your breath. Just your natural breath to begin with. Moving in through the nostrils and out through the nostrils. In through the nostrils to the chest, lower belly expanding as it moves in. And as it moves out, lower belly gently draws in. The breath moves up and out through your nostrils. Smooth, even breaths. Beginning to lengthen the time of the inhale and the exhale, and bringing a little more depth into your breath. Linking your mind to your breath. Going to add some movement in with the breath now, and if you haven't already watched this video, you might like to just watch the first round that we do. It involves down dog. Please take care of yourself. Bend your knees as much as you like in the position. Okay, so first of all, taking your hands on your knees. Inhale, lifting up raising your arms. Exhale, the lower belly gently draws towards the spine as you fold forward, placing your hands on the mat in front of you, tucking your chin, rounding your spine. Inhale, lifting onto your hands and knees, chest moves forward, looking ahead. Tuck your toes and push your buttocks up towards the ceiling. You might like to bend your elbows a little if you're likely to hyperextend those elbows, and keep your knees bent for the first one, okay? Then inhale, moving back onto your knees, chest moves forward, looking ahead, shoulder blades move towards one another, and exhale, tucking back towards your heels, tucking your chin, forearms move towards the floor, hips move towards the heels. Inhale, raising your arms, lifting your body. Exhale, returning to your heels, hands to your knees. Okay, we'll move through again. Inhale, raising up, lifting your arms. Exhale, folding forward, mindfully folding, hands coming to the mat, chins tucked, spines rounded. Inhale, lifting onto your hands and knees, the shoulder blades move towards one another as the chest moves forward. Looking ahead, tuck your toes and exhale, lifting your hips towards the ceiling, ears are in line with the arms. Inhale, returning your knees to the floor, chest expanding forward, looking ahead. Exhale, returning the hips towards the heels, tucking your chin, and breathing in to lift. Crown top leads the way. Exhale, hands return to the knees, hips to the heels. We'll move through one more round dynamically and then we'll stay in down dog. On the in-breath, lifting. Exhaling, folding forward. Forearms moving towards the floor, the chin's tucked. Breathing in, rising onto your hands and knees, the chest expands forward. Exhale, tucking your toes, hips lift, down dog. Inhale, knees return to the floor, looking ahead. Exhale, tucking back towards your heels. Inhale to lift. Exhale, returning to the knees. Okay, so we'll stay in down dog this time. Sanskrit name for it is Adho Mukha Uphanasana. And just, really focusing on that stability and ease in the posture. Stability coming from the hands and the feet, and even weight distribution across all four. Looking for where that bit feels good in your body and you're finding that ease. Okay, and if you're not feeling it, please come out of the posture or reposition yourself so that it does feel good. Let's go together. Inhale, lifting onto your knees. Exhale, folding forward. Breathing in as you rise onto your hands and knees, weights even, fingers are spread wide apart. Exhale, tucking your chin, lifting your hips into down dog. Now when we move into this, you might like to bend one knee at a time, finding where that feels good. This is walking the dog. And keep the breath moving. If the breath isn't smooth, you might like to bend your knees a little more. You might just like to come out of the posture even. Keeping the breath moving. The ears are in line with the arms. A little micro bend maybe in your elbows. Finding the stability in your hands and your feet. And on an inhale, returning to your knees, looking forward. Exhale, tucking your chin, curling back, and take a couple of breaths here. On an inhale, lifting, arms rise. Exhale, return your hands to your knees, hips to the heels. Well done. Next we'll move through Bhujangasana, cobra posture. So please come down onto your stomach. Hands are placed just below the shoulders and the elbows are tucked in, okay? Put your forehead on the floor to begin with. There's a tension in your legs. We'll be lifting on an inhale, just the front of your chest and your head lifting as you inhale. Try not to put too much weight in your hands. The lift comes with the breath. Okay, so breathing in, lifting your head and the front of your chest off the floor. Exhale, lowering, and as you lower, take your left ear to the mat. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out, lower your right ear to the mat. Breathing in to lift. There's a tension in your legs, they're not floppy. And exhale, lower your left ear to the mat. Breathing in to lift, pointing your toes. Exhale, right ear to the mat. One more round, breathing in to lift, expansion across the front of the chest. Exhale, left ear comes down. Breathing in to lift. Exhale, right ear comes down. And just to release your lower back here, we'll move through Chakravartasana and Vajrasana, forward bend a few times. So coming onto your hands and knees, taking your hips towards your heels. Inhale, lifting, chest moves forward. Exhale, hips move towards the heels, tucking your chin, rounding your spine. 2 more times, breathing in to lift. And breathing out to release. Breathing in to lift. And exhaling, releasing. Now we will come to a standing position for some standing postures. Please come to standing on your mat. We'll move through Uphanasana, which is the forward fold, and Uphanasana, the squat, in a little sequence. So standing, feet are firmly grounded. Just checking in with connection of your feet and your legs with the earth. There's an even balance, there's a steadiness and an ease. You might like to just move your knees around a little bit, just so that you can get that right spot where you feel steady and you're at ease. Arms alongside your body. Now, as with always in the forward fold, please take care of yourself, move mindfully. Lower belly gently draws towards the spine as you fold forward and bending your knees as much as you like. The hands can always come to as far as the thighs, the knees or the floor, whichever is good for you. Breathing in, raising your arms forward, stretching tall. Exhale, carefully folding forward, the lower belly draws towards the spine and taking your hands to your place that you choose. Now inhale, the arms come alongside the ears as you lift the chest and come to a half squat. Exhale, squatting a little deeper. Always so there's steadiness and ease. Inhale to stand. Exhale, arms alongside your body. And again, breathing in raising your arms. Exhale, carefully folding forward from the hips. Inhale, arms come alongside the ears. As you come to a half squat, chest moves forward. Exhale, squat a little deeper. Inhale, pushing up to stand. Exhale, arms alongside your body. 2 more rounds, breathing in, raising your arms. Breathing out, folding forward. Breathing in to lift into the half squat. And exhale, squatting a little deeper. Breathing in to stand. Exhale, arms alongside your body. Breathing in, raising your arms. Exhale, folding forward. Carefully, mindfully. Breathing in, moving into the half squat. Arms alongside your ears. Exhale, squatting a little deeper. And breathing in to stand. Exhale, arms alongside your body. Moving into Trikonasana now. Facing the long side of your mat. Take your legs a comfortable distance apart from one another. Parallel, feet are parallel to each other. And just first of all, connecting with that sense of steadiness and balance in the body. And where you can find ease standing this way. If you don't have ease, you may need to bring your legs a little closer to one another. If you haven't already practiced this one before, you might like to watch as well, okay? Breathing in, raising your arms to shoulder height. And on the exhale, we bend laterally towards the left, the right arm lifts. You can either choose to look up towards your right hand if your neck's good, look straight ahead, or down towards your foot if that feels better. Breathing in to lift. And exhale, bending laterally towards the right. The hips stay facing the front of the mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale, arms by your side. Focusing on where this posture feels good, breathing in, arms lift. Exhale to the left. I prefer to look down towards my foot because my neck's not great. Inhale to lift. Exhale to the right. The arms are activated here. They're strong. The feet and legs are strong. Inhale to lift. Breathing out, lower your arms. We'll stay in the posture this time, so please try and find that sweet spot while you're in the posture. Breathing in, raising your arms. Breathing out, tilting towards the left, right arm lifts. Now here, you might like to take your right hand and place it on your lower back, if that feels good. Keeping the breath moving. Checking the breath is smooth, observing your breath. Gaining stability from the legs, the strength of the legs. Noticing maybe where there's an opening in your body. Focusing on the breath, stability, and the ease, where this feels good. On your next inhale, return to the center, arms wide. Exhale, tilting towards the right. Option to take your left hand to your lower back, if that feels good. If you sense that you don't have the stability and the ease, you might need to come out of the posture a little. And this is always the case with yoga, any posture. Keep the breath moving. And on your next inhale, come to stand. Exhale, arms by your side. Now we will just do some squats to balance out that side stretching. Wide-legged squats, so bending the knees generously this time because this is a counter posture, okay? So breathing in, taking your arms wide, exhale, folding forward from the hips, bending your knees, okay? Quite a deep squat. And then squat a little deeper as you take your arms wide and inhale to lift. Exhale, arms by your side. And again, taking the arms wide as you inhale, breathing out as you fold forward, bending your knees. Breathing in, taking the arms wide, squatting a little deeper as you push up. Exhale, bringing your arms down. And again, breathing in, arms wide, breathing out, folding forward, bending the knees. Breathe in, arms wide, pushing up through the legs. And exhale, arms by your side. Okay, so now it's time to come down onto the mat, onto your back. Coming down onto the mat. You might like to give your knees a little hug in here and a little roll around, a little massage for the back of your body. And we'll just take a little rest, a short rest. You can either lie with your legs out flat on the floor, if it's more comfortable for you, you can leave your knees bent up, okay? So just taking a moment to observe the effects of the practice so far on your body and your mind. Relaxing your shoulders into the mat. Noticing that connection between the back of your body and the floor beneath. Allowing the floor to totally support you. Bringing your mind to the front of your body. And perhaps some lightness there. Now we move through Uphanasana. So bending your knees up, lifting your feet up off the floor and placing your hands on your knees. Moving through Uphanasana, we really would like for you to have a smooth, even breath. So aiming for that, the breath in time with the movement. Take an inhale here with your arms straight. The hands are just resting on your knees. They're not really pulling your knees. And as you exhale, slowly moving your knees towards your chest, the elbows become bent. Chin's tucked. Breathing in, moving your knees away from your chest, but keeping your hands on your knees so that your arms become straight. Exhale, knees towards the chest. Keeping your mind in with the breath and the movement. Breathing in, the knees move away. And breathing out, the knees move towards the chest. 3 more rounds in your own time. Keeping the breath and the movement long and smooth. The mind remains linked with the breath and the body. When you've completed those 3 breaths, take your hands and place them behind your knees so that they are supporting your legs. We'll be lifting the feet up towards the ceiling here. So the tops of your legs are almost perpendicular with your body. Inhale here. On an exhale, pushing your heels towards the ceiling. Breathe in, bending your knees again. And exhale, Lengthening, straightening out your legs. They don't need to be perfect. Feet towards the ceiling. Breathing in, bend your knees. And breathing out, the feet move towards the ceiling. The lower belly gently draws towards the spine. Breathing in and breathing out as you lift. Breathing in, bending your knees, and breathing out. One last lift. And if this feels good, you can stay here with your feet lifted up, with your hands supporting you for some breaths, feeling the stability that the earth is providing, the top of your body. And perhaps there might be a good connection with some ease in your legs, having the weight off them. You can give your toes a little wriggle if you like. And when you've done with that, just carefully lowering your feet towards the floor. You might like to give your knees a hug again, giving some movement. I can't remember the chair, but taking your arms wide and gently twisting your knees from side to side a little. That feels good for you. And now we'll come to the pranayama part of the practice. So carefully rolling onto one side and moving up to a seated position. Now a comfortable seated position. So whether that's on the floor or on a chair, please find your comfortable seat. I don't think I've emphasised enough how great it is to be sitting up on a cushion. Don't have one right next to me here, but when in the seated position, if you're on the floor, it does feel really good just to have your hips a little bit higher than your feet. Okay, so just taking a moment in this comfortable seated position. The shoulders are relaxed. The spine is long. Observing your breath. You might like to close your eyes down. And I'm just going to talk you through the pranayama part of the practice. There's going to be a little saying that we're going to use with the inhale and the exhale. I thought that this would be good, something I do. So with the inhale, as you inhale, say mentally, not out loud, I have stability. And as you exhale, I have ease. Okay? So just mentally saying that in your head. If you don't have to do this if you don't want to. This is completely a choice. But if you'd like to, as you inhale, saying mentally, this is like a mantra. It's one of the tools of yoga that we use. And yeah, I hope you like it. So we're going to do 12 breaths, counting on our fingers, moving the thumb along the fingers with each breath. We'll do 4 breaths on this hand, 4 on the left hand, and then 4 again on the right. I won't talk you through it too much. I'll just let you practice these breaths. So a smooth, even breath. You might like to say the mantra more slowly for a longer breath. I have stability as you inhale, and I have ease as you exhale. Okay, so beginning with the thumb touching the index finger on your right hand as you breathe in. I have stability, and as you breathe out, I have ease. Moving along to the next breath. Keep moving the thumb along the fingers as you move through each breath. closing your eyes down if that feels right for you. When you've finished your 12 breaths, just placing your hands over your heart space, like we did at the start of the class. Checking in that your shoulders are relaxed. Letting your mind rest. Resting in this space you have created. If you have time, you might like to lie down on the mat for Shavasana, relaxing your body into the mat. And if not, please take your hands alongside your body. Inhale, raise your arms above your head, palms meet. Exhale, palms come down in front of your heart space in Anjali Mudra. Namaste. Thanks for joining me. I hope your night shift goes okay. And I hope this has helped bring a little bit more ease into the rest of your day, night. Yeah. I thought I'd just add about the mantra part of the practice, if you wanted to stay and listen. Generally, the mantra would be in Sanskrit, and it would be a chant of, if we're talking about stability and ease, often it would be Sthira Sukham Asanam. Just thought I'd add that in. That's one of the Yoga Sutras, one of the main Yoga Sutras in which talks about asana. There's actually only 3 Yoga Sutras that talk about asana specifically, and that's the first one. So just thought I'd add that in, considering the tradition. Okay, so yes, thank you. Best of luck for the rest of the shift. Okay, bye-bye.